Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns. So I have featured this gun on the channel before, which I refer to as the Street Racer because it was meant as a carry gun for the street with overtones of competition features. That's the race part. And the most recent modification to this is I installed this rather unusual sight, which I refer to as a fiber optic mono sight because it's the only sight on the gun. And somebody described it as being like a dot sight without the sight. The idea was that it would be very quick to acquire. And indeed it is. And this idea occurred to me. And I thought, that can't be a good idea and it probably won't work. I should make one. So I did. I put it on the gun, and as you've probably seen in previous videos, it actually works. But I did have problems with vertical stringing of shots, which is suboptimal. So I decided to modify it, and we'll take a closer look at that on the tabletop. Originally, this gun had conventional sights, and the frame is from a Sistema Colt. And the slide is RIA, as is the bull barrel. Recoil system is EGW with their flat coil recoil system, which I am very fond of and works very well. I also did a trigger job. Trigger breaks at 3.5 pounds. And the reset is exceptionally short. And of course, no over travel. Good trigger. Now, this sight, I bored through a piece of mild steel, and then I cut the top half of the hole off at the back and relieved it here to allow light to get to the 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch fiber optic, and tried it out. And it worked pretty good, but I had an issue with vertical stringing. So the update on this is that I cut 40 line per inch checkering across the back of the sight and filled that in with high contrast red-orange paint. And once that had cured, I coated it with lacquer to increase the durability. And the sight works very well. It is very fast to pick up. And today I took it to the range to test the accuracy and whether or not my problems with vertical stringing were cured. So let's have a look at how that went. So, as you can see in the video, it works. Firing at 7 and 10 yards, it's fine. Of course, there was a flyer on the 10-yard group. It's me. But it's about as good a group as I normally shoot with a compact service caliber pistol at 10 yards with conventional sights. So I'd say it works pretty good. And I have fired this previously at 25 yards, but the vertical stringing issue was acute at that distance. They were still minute of bad guy, but not what I was looking for. So the sight works. And it works because both the front sight and the part you line up, the rear of the sight, are in the same focal plane. So you can have a sharp focus on both sights, both parts of the sight at the same time. And you just put the green ball and the red rear sight, and you're on target. the site works. I'm really pleased with how it's coming along, and it's pretty great. Now, I'll cover a couple frequently asked questions. No, I'm not going to patent it. Patenting a device is an expensive and annoying process, and it's useless if you can't afford to defend the patent, which I can't. Also, this is probably too close to some ideas that have happened and been developed in the past to be patentable. So, no, I'm not going to patent it. Am I going into production? That's the other most frequently asked question. No, I'm not. I am a hobbyist, and I made this to amuse myself and to see if it would work. And I didn't expect it to, but it did. If somebody else wants to make these, I can't stop them. And it would be nice to get a credit for coming up with it, but I have no control over any of that. So it is what it is. Very satisfying to have this come together and work the way it does. So that's the update. Now, I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon, and if you missed the news, I am currently thanking them by entering them in, subject to legal restrictions, into a drawing for a YC9 Yeet cannon. And if you want to have a shot at the YC9 Yeet cannon, live in the United States, and are legally able to possess a gun and purchase one from an FFL, you can enter to win by joining my Patreon at the $1 level or above. There's a link for that in the description below. I'd also like to thank channel benefactors like Rain City Tactical, who have provided the YC9 Yeet cannon for the Patreon giveaway, and are all around great guys and a great place to do business and to shoot. Many other channel benefactors have provided ammunition, firearms to show you and review and shoot, and all sorts of assistance, donations of ammunition. The list goes on and on. I am not worthy. Anyway, so think about that contest. You can enter right through 31 December 2023, and the drawing will take place on 1 January 2024, at which point the winner will be contacted to get the details of which FFL we're sending it to. So, hope this finds you well. Stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you again real soon.